Ruto for assent. Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
In related news, the united opposition leaders are now asking the 13th Parliament to reject the Infrastructure Fund bill in its entirety, arguing it's another plot by the Kenya Kwanza administration to loot money from public coffers. The principals, led by Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, argue that the 5 trillion shillings fund meant to be raised after the privatization of key parastatals such as Safaricom and Kenya Pipeline Company is not anchored in the Public Finance Management Act, but rather a public company where the Auditor General has zero say. And as our senior political affairs reporter Chris Thyro details, the opposition claims that the 5 trillion shillings will be used to campaign for President William Ruto's re-election bid. Listen in.
The National Infrastructure Fund bill that is designed to create a 5 trillion shillings self-sustaining and independent investment vehicle to finance critical infrastructure projects in the country is already before the National Assembly. But principals in the united opposition have now come out to raise a red flag, claiming that the fund is not anchored in the Public Finance Management Act.
Reducing state ownership without clear restrictions on who may acquire divested shares creates genuine national security risks not yet assessed or disclosed to Parliament. The sessional paper fails to answer elementary questions. Who will be permitted to buy? Will foreign state actors be barred? What golden share mechanisms will the government retain?
Lying has become a way of life in this country. And the Parliament and all Kenyans have learned from the best, William Ruto. He has set the bar too high for lying, and everybody has become a liar. And that is why we talk about one term.
According to the principals, the National Assembly should move in and reject the bill, arguing that it is only meant to raise campaign funds for the Kenya Kwanza administration.
On the Safaricom partial divestiture, reject sessional paper number 3 of 2025. Demand is full withdrawal pending a comprehensive independent strategic asset review.
What we know is that they are creating a fund that will not go through Parliament, that will not be subject to audit. In our honest view, they are creating a fund for his re-election. He wants 5 trillion shillings that is not approved by Parliament, that is not audited by the Auditor General.
Looking at what they're doing or the extent they can go to make money, to commercialize, to put personal interest over national interest, even in Darfur, where you have the blood money, the diamonds, the gold, the RSF.
The opposition insists that should the MPs go ahead and approve the fund, their next recourse will be the courts.
We went to court and stopped the Ketraco deal. Over 95 billion. It was the fastest signing that the hired expert Wandai signed. Within a week of him entering office, we went to court and stopped. Already as we speak, we're in court over Safaricom. And we will be going to court on the 12th of March. So we will not just live on hope.
A division should be called, and every person who stands in objection to this state capture and blatant planned theft of everything this country stands for, then the Kenyans will be able to see, yes, member for this constituency stood with the people.
The National Infrastructure Bill 2026 has already gone through public participation. Given that the united opposition has no numbers in both the National Assembly and the Senate, it goes without saying that there is a high likelihood that the infrastructure bill will sail through, and their only hope that they can tag for now is with the judiciary. Chris Thyro, KTN News in Karen, Nairobi.